with Andy Bryant and Justin Wells making up the front row. Watch for that pair of 21s back in row 2 to make a charge towards the front as well. Really impressed with how Chris Wilhite Jr. ran in his heat race as well. Nose to tail through the Pitts Realty start zone. Green is in the air, and we're underway. Justin Wells leads him into turn 1.
Wells jumping out to that early lead, but here comes Andy Bryant. Bryant, who started on the pole, Wells on the outside. Wells comes around. He is going to be the leader for lap number 1. It is going to be Bryant in second, and the 21 in that third spot. That is Wilhite.
Half a straightaway advantage on the opening lap, and it continues to grow for Justin Wells. Best thing he can do is get to the start-finish line first, get a quick interview in before he gets buttoned up for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as he qualified, finishing third in his heat race. Chris Wilhite Jr. is in a hornet's nest. Tucker Cox, Tyler Kuykendall, the two white cars as they're 3 wide. This track is racy even after getting tilled up, and an action over in turn number 2 as 2 cars will bring out the Midwest Sheet Metal Caution. The car that is still parked sideways on the track is the 15 of Chris Kitch out of Belton, Missouri. He was involved with an incident. The other car was Richard Kimberling. He has already left the scene of the crime as the Slater, Missouri native, the 74-year-old, will go back to the tail end of the line, and the 15 will let it drift down on the track, get it straightened out. And Chris Kitch, who came in for his first ever race at Lucas Oil Speedway last night. He was the Rookie of the Year in the B-Mod division at Green Valley. Quick Clean Car Wash, REI Logistics, and SJC, sponsors for the Army veteran Chris Kitch. Like to give recognition where that is deserving as well. Members of our military that have served and come out here and race and are in attendance. We're going to have a lot of pomp and circumstance. Creed Fisher will have a concert early on before all of the activities get going on. We were talking about some of the other things. They've got door panels they are auctioning off down on the Midway. Drivers are signing those. And
for cancer.
Yep, that is a benefit that we have here every Show Me 100 weekend. So a concert tomorrow on tap, the auction, man. Oh, and the kids' fishing tournament that starts tomorrow. That'll be fun, 11 o'clock. At 3 o'clock tomorrow, the Pit Crew Challenge, where they get to come out and show their skill at changing a couple of tires.
James
so
Essex
much going
will
on.
Be on the call on that.
Really?
Yeah.
You're calling the Pit Crew Challenge tomorrow? That'll be a blast.
Both of them are.
Outstanding. Delaware double file restart. Justin Wells leads the pack side by side. It's Bryant and Chris Wilhite Jr. at the line.
As they come around and coming out of turn number 2, it's going to be the 98. That is Justin Wells. Wells out front, but he is being challenged. The 8K of Kuykendall in that second spot as Andy Bryant, the 49, has a third place this time.
Probably going to be the best battle on the track is from second on back because Justin Wells is stinking up the show. Half a straightaway just about on every restart. Tyler Kuykendall, give him a huge kudos. Former micro-spent driver, started back in the age of 9, starting his career. Has a couple of championships in a micro-sprint. Tucker Cox in the 1. And Chris Wilhite Jr., the 21W behind him. And then it's a hornet's nest a little further on back for 5th, 6th, 7th. Great racing action. You see a puff of smoke from Brian Allison. Now a reminder, that is a brand new chassis for Brian Allison. It's a rocket chassis, got a brand new Durham engine, and that smoke may be something just not buttoned up or letting it burn off as you see a spin here on the front stretch on the exit of turn 4. That's the 88 of Jimmy Dow, who had a 10th place finish last night. Number 8 in the POWRi National point standings. Also, number 8 in the point standings here at Lucas Oil Speedway. And he parks the Pierce chassis and WK Ford-sponsored 88 on the infield and has to get a push from the Hobby Time Motorsport safety crew.
Yeah, right there in that grass area and is got ready to go. Comes to a great stop. Last night, one of them actually hit the sign going in there on the big late models class.
15 laps to go. We've got 5 in the books. And it has been all Justin Wells at the line on the last lap. He had built up a 1.8-second lead over Tyler Kuykendall. Andy Bryant was back in third, but again, the battle with Bryant, Tucker Cox, and Chris Wilhite Jr. was starting to rage in that three-car tangle for third place.
So as you come around, it is the 98 on the point. That is Justin Wells, the Aurora, Missouri native. He is the defending track champion here at Lucas Oil Speedway in the late model class. But right behind him is the two youngsters. That is Tyler Kuykendall in the 8, the 49 of Andy Bryant. Bryant coming out of those B mods, doing a great job, but awesome in the late models.
Apparently something breaking on Jimmy Dowell's car as he pulled to the inside, slowed in traffic, and very wisely just got out of everybody's way to keep from having a bigger mess than anything else. So Jimmy Dowell off the track. He will officially be scored in 19th. And with a wave of the green flag, we'll get back at it with 15 laps to go. Always love whenever new drivers come out. And Chris Wilhite Jr., Little Show, his dad was called the Big Show, Chris Wilhite Sr. And he is securely in top 5, but that may change on this restart as he has a car dive bombing to the inside of him, and that is Justin Russell. And a car spins on the front stretch, and that brings out the Midwest Sheet Metal Caution. Cody Nivens again. We saw the puff of smoke whenever he took to the track, and now he will slide into the grass. Saw him move the front wheel, so he's okay. And then Brian Allison, he heads back to the pit area. We saw that smoke coming out, maybe a little worse than what we originally thought with that change of engine. Maybe a little more to it for Cody Nivens. As the caution comes out, they were still working lap number 6. 5 laps have been complete.
Yeah, tough luck for Allison. Brand new car, brand new engine. In fact, he would have been here last night, but his engine did not come in. He got it yesterday and ended up with it, putting it in for tonight.
So the Midwest Sheet Metal Caution was brought out for the incident involving Cody Nivens way back at the back of the pack, and car just coming straight down on him. That was Chad Walter. Didn't know he was there, was making the hard left-hand turn, and Cody Nivens had nowhere to go. Right now, Justin Wells, he's out in front. He has a place to go, and that's victory lane. And right now, no one has been able to come anywhere near him. Tyler Kuykendall had a good gap on that last restart ahead of Andy Bryant, but now Andy Bryant has answered the call as he is looking to the inside. Saw a piece of foam there on the end of the front stretch. Had that last night, too, as long as it's nothing major that could cause some damage. They will let the POWRi late models continue to roll, and the Midwest Sheet Metal Caution comes out again. This time it's for an incident in turn 2, and it is the Hammer Cole Henson. He got his car all wadded up last night. The Bop Collision Center Lee's Door Company rocket chassis. The car, the Flying Dutchman. He's had a couple of different cars. I was waiting for him to name one of them the Jolly Roger. It never happened.
Or the Buccaneer. Yeah, Cole Henson having a great run last year also here at Lucas Oil Speedway, but he just come up just short. Everybody came up short of Justin Wells.
So Cole Henson back in 2019, he was the ULMA Rookie of the Year. He followed that up in 20 and 21 with the championship in the ULMA, won the championship here at Lucas Oil Speedway, but when he did it in 2020, did not win a race. He was Mr. Consistency, had 3 second-place finishes back in 2020. That earned him the championship, finally got the monkey off his back in 2021 when he won twice, had 11 top 5 for his second championship. And now he is on the top side over in the area of turn number 2.
Now, Tyler Kuykendall over in turn number 4 stopped. They're taking a look at his rear wheel.
Trying to get the sheet metal bent out. And they've done a great job of getting that done. A little tap on the panel will tell Tyler Kuykendall that he is good to go. And I'm not sure if the track's just been worked too much. I don't think so, but Richard Kimberling on the caution lap will spin. Is that a self-induced spin? Is that spin number one? He has one more before. Okay.
I was going to say, I don't think anybody was around. We were watching Kuykendall. But he gets it back up and rolling. So he is back up underway. He's going to go to the back of the pack. As it comes around, he's going to be sitting back there with Cole Henson, 31. As on the point, 6 laps in the books, 14 to go. It is the 98 of Justin Wells. But he has company, like Shane said, the 8K of Kuykendall and the 49 of Andy Bryant.
You know what would have been fun? Richard Kimberling actually brought another car. Aaron Morant had an old open late model that Richard Kimberling now owns. He was going to give J.C. Morton an opportunity to run in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series if it had not been for having 63 cars here on night one. He decided there's too many cars, not going to put J.C. Morton out in that. As we go back to green, 6 laps down, and there was contact back for Tyler Kuykendall on that restart. Andy Bryant on his outside, and now we haven't really mentioned Tucker Cox much, but now he is into the picture. He finished 3rd in the event last night. He's 2nd in the point standings here with 3 top 5s, and he is number 3 in the POWRi National Point Standings.
Yeah, as he comes around, of course, it is Wells out front, but it is a battle for that 2nd spot between those 3 as they come around. Bryant with it, the Fort Scott, Kansas native. Now Kuykendall and Tucker Cox battle for 3rd. Cox takes the pass, gets around Kuykendall. He has Bryant in his sights.
So Tucker Cox is back on the podium for the time being. That's where he was last night when he finished 3rd. Now that he has gotten into some clean air, the cross flag's in the air, we'll see if he can reel in, sink the hook into the back bumper of the 49 and slowly crank away at the reel and pull him a little closer. Right now, nobody can even see Justin Wells. About the only time they get a chance to see him is if he's up on the Jumbotron like this right here. Your leader, Justin Wells, continues to stretch his lead out. It is 3 seconds. Andy Bryant's back in 2nd, Tucker Cox in 3rd, and the picture to your right of your screen is a battle for 4th where Shane Bailey has just gotten to the inside of Tyler Kuykendall.
Bailey, the Lathrop, Missouri native, we hadn't talked about him all night long, but he has made it up through there. The car gets better as it runs, and he is on his way looking for Tucker Cox and taking that 3rd spot.
Well, that right rear where they were working on the sheet metal trying to get away from the tire of Tyler Kuykendall, it has now folded back up underneath, and Tyler Kuykendall really is paying the price. You wouldn't think that there would be much of an aerodynamic deficit on that right rear, but it is really hurting the handling of Tyler Kuykendall. And Justin Russell has that exact same right rear damage on the 12J, but it doesn't seem to be doing him any harm as he works to the inside of Justin Finewall, also gets to the inside of Chris Wilhite Jr. looking to make a pass, but you now do start to see a little bit of a tire smoke coming out of the right rear of Justin Russell's 12J.
Yeah, as they come around, and that it is Justin Russell, the 12. 3 wide as they go into turn number 3. Coming around out of turn number 4 this time. He goes high. Kuykendall puts him into the wall.
Big hit for the 21W of the Little Show. Chris Wilhite Jr. jumped the cushion over in turn 4. Just barely grazed the outside retaining wall to begin with. There was a little bit of a gap and then a hard slap to the right side. That had to shake up Little Show inside as he took a massive, massive hit.
Got a young man in the stands that has been flagging all night long.
Had the opportunity to get him up in the flag stand. That was a hoot. Getting to watch him wave the late models earlier on. And now we're going to go to a single file restart. This race has gone on just a touch too long, so no more Delaware double file restarts. The choo-choo train through 3 and 4, and Justin Wells is the head of the train. Green flag in the air, and Andy Bryant trying to make some noise on the high side, trying to find any type of grip and speed that he can to catch up with the 98, and it just is not working as Justin Wells is on rails. Out by at least 10 car lengths over Andy Bryant. Tucker Cox going a much different route than what Andy Bryant is to the low side. This is your battle for 5th, sixth with Tyler Kuykendall up to the top side.
Yeah, absolutely. As they come around, it is Kuykendall. Looks like he tries to get underneath that 7 car as they come around. That is Bobby Ruff. But man, as he does, so he tunes in and goes into that 4th spot. Here comes Ruff, the 7 car, back for another shot here tonight.
You know, the guys were really impressed with Jackson Ertl last night with the Lucas Oil late model, a brand new driver coming in and making the show. I'm just as impressed with how the driving skills of Tyler Kuykendall is starting to make itself known. He is making some moves that veterans can very rarely make, and this is his first real full year in a late model.
And that's Shane Bailey in that 7 from Lathrop, Missouri. But a great battle between the two of them for that 4th and 5th spot as they come around. Again, the 98 on the point. This time, white flag in the air.
One more time around for Justin Wells. Andy Bryant is 3.5 seconds behind. It's all over but the shouting for Justin Wells. He is going to pick up his 5th straight win at Lucas Oil Speedway. He is a perfect 5 for 5 in 2024 at the Diamond of Dirt tracks. A 3.8 second win over Andy Bryant. Tucker Cox rounds out your podium in 3rd. Tyler Kuykendall and Shane Bailey rounding out your top 5. Johnny Finewald started in 4th, comes home in 6th. Justin Russell, J.C. Morton, Darren Phillips, and Kyle Graves, your top 10.